Hi, just thought I'd make a little YouTube video, sitting at the doctor's car park waiting on my husband. Um, I know it's been really difficult at the moment for a lot of people. Just coming through January, and there's a lot of. It's not easy to get through January in any country. I think, especially in Scotland, we have short days, and you know, it's called the January blues for a reason. Um, but I just want to talk about part of the reason why I named the channel Growing Old Joyfully was finding joy in little things, finding joy in your everyday stuff, even when everything going on around you can be utter chaos and feels really like you're maybe losing the grip on everything. But you know what, we can get through it. It's it's difficult, but something simple as just taking a walk outside, going and smelling the earth and listening to the trees rustling in the wind, anything like that. It can make a big, big difference to people, to your inside, to your mental health. It really can help a lot. I myself have struggled throughout my life with mental health. Um, I'm really lucky that I'm very, very self aware, and I know when I'm feeling down, when I'm not feeling right, and I know how to help myself, which is, I'm very lucky. But I know there's a lot of people who can't see it coming and it hits them really hard, and they don't see the signs um, that might be that they're on a downward spiral. So, yeah, I think it's really important to be able to listen to yourself. I'll give you an example. I'm obviously in my 50s now. Um, I have in my I was 49 and I started feeling terrible. I was working in a quite a corporate job, and the pressure of that job really got to me because it's a fairly hard industry to work in, and it's a fast industry to work in. The pressure of that job got to me, but what made it harder was I was obviously perimenopausal, and everything just came ahead. I was suffering from dizziness. I felt nausea. I just felt ill every single day that I got up, and eventually led to me not being able to drive and things like that. But I was very aware that I was probably perimenopausal, but I'd never gone and spoken to my doctor about getting HRT or anything like that because the symptoms weren't that bad. The worst symptom I had was night sweats, and I could cope with that. But then things changed when the stress kicked in, and I got eventually took a long period of time off work, and so forth and so on. Um, Eventually, all was attributed to vestibular migraines, which are brought on by stress, and the fact that I'm going through menopause didn't help that either. So I went on HRT for 2 years. I've only recently come off of it, and that was due to my own choice. I didn't want to be on it anymore. I felt like it was hindering me, not helping me. And I feel so much better since I've come off of it. But yeah, so if you're a woman and or even a husband that has a wife that's going through this, it's it's not easy. It's definitely not easy, but you can get through it. It will seem some days you'll just cry for no reason at all, and your husband will ask you why you crying, and you can't give them an answer. And you know what? That is okay. You can do that. You can do that. I do it a lot still, but it's okay because you know what? My family have got used to it now, and I tell them what's happening. I tell them that I'm going through menopause, and they understand. And now it's bets on to how quickly I cry in a film or a TV program. So, but that's fine. It doesn't bother me. But I know it bothers some people because they feel like they're not in control. But sometimes we just have to accept little things in our life that we can't really control, and we have to look at the bigger picture and try to work at the things that we can control. So mental health, how we do a job, asking for help. It's amazing how many people, even still today, won't ask for help when they really, really need it. And I can't tell you, if it hadn't been for my husband, my children, really understanding what I was going through and me trying to let them know what I was going through, then I don't think I would have got to this point, to be honest with you. Without a divorce or something bigger, yeah, it can be that serious, and it's hard to change. It's hard, the change that's happening in your body. But it is that January just seems to kick it into even worse, a worse time. But what I would say to you is, if you're going to make decisions, make sure you're ready to make those decisions. But just sunshine on your face, sea air on your face, walking in a forest, walking by a river, it can all make a really good impact on how you feel. It can really help your mental health. So please, 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 if you're feeling blue, get out. Even if you're in the city, it doesn't matter. Just even hear birds. It's the little things. Just look for the little things. A kid playing, just having the best time of its life. You know, these little things will bring joy into your heart. And when your heart feels calm and it joins up with your brain, and your brain releases endorphins. And when you feel that joy, you feel positive and that you can build on it. Um, I know a lot of people advocate exercise, they advocate this, and I do understand that there's people who can't get out, that maybe have a fear of going out. Open your window, let air into the house, stand at the window, get someone to put a bird feeder outside your window so you can watch birds. These are really simple things that really, really can help with mental health. And, to anybody who's out there struggling, please, please, please try to explain to your partner. If they don't listen, go to your doctor. If you can't get to a doctor, try a counsellor, a therapist, a really good friend. You know, most of us have been through some sort of mental health struggles in some point in our life. So please, please, if you're struggling, talk to someone. Remember to breathe, because that's really important. Breathing techniques help with this as well. Breathe and just try and center yourself. Try, and it's one little step at a time. Okay? That's what's got me through it. And I have to say, I wouldn't be here doing this today if that hadn't got me through it. So thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.